if you like APRS and you use it on a daily basis, please comment below on what you actually use it for.
This is RF Radio Network.
Hey guys, this is Joe Tech from RF Radio Network, where we're connecting people through the power of radio. And today we are going to show you how to configure the Yaesu FT-5DR for APRS. So what we want to do first is we want to press and hold the F button and then select APRS. Here we want to go to menu 23, call sign, and this is where you would enter in your call sign. And also, it's also called the secondary identification. Secondary Station Identification, SSID. In this situation, you're putting in your call sign. However, after you're finished and you get to the end of it, it'll pop up with a -7 identifier for yourself. It is recommended to use a -7 and higher for mobile devices, such as a HT. Anything that's fixed, that's not moving, should be from anything less than 7. This is just a guideline, so if anybody sees a -7 or a -8 on the APRS.fi website, they'll know that it's an HT device. It's just common courtesy to keep the same nomenclature through and through. All right, after we're done with setting 23, we're going to go to option 25, and you want to select your symbol. I'm having trouble here. There are 4 options here, 4 icon options. However, if you press and hold, if you push the F menu, you get a multitude of other options. However, since this is a portable device, I'll either pick a bicycle or a person, but since it's a person, I'm an HT, I'm going to select the person icon. All right, so now we're done with that. Now we want to set the frequency. So I recommend using VFO B channel, and it's, you must set it for 144.390. Okay, this is what is used for North America for APRS data. All right, and this is what everything will be transmitted on when you receive APRS information. So once this is set, this is great. If you're going to be doing this on a more regular basis, I suggest programming a channel for that particular frequency. No PL tone, no nothing, open, and that is it. We're in VFO mode at the moment, but that's perfectly fine. So let's go back into the menu. We want to next do, let's see, we want to go to option 20. I'm sorry, there's so much things that we have to do here. And we want to turn on GPS. Now there are 2 modes here that I want to recommend. So if you are in your mobile, in your car, or actually on your HT as well, if you're moving, GPS uses a lot of power because it's another radio that you actually have to turn on. So here, if you want your information to continuously be updated, like, we're just doing core information. We're not doing anything. We're just doing radio APRS, okay? Because this has TNC built into it. We don't have to worry about a cell phone. I'm not setting up a cell phone for an app or nothing. We're just using the radio, and that is it. So we turn on GPS, and that's option 20. And then you want to go to option 24 after that, and you want to do my position. So in this situation, so what I'm going to recommend that you do, all right, because if you're in a fixed location and you're not going to move at all, I suggest setting it for manual once you get your GPS position. If you select manual, all right, you need to enter in the longitude and latitude information for your positioning. The easiest way to get this information, because no one's going to know, is go to APRS.fi, scroll to your house, put the little hand over your home, and then get the information on the screen. It'll actually show you your information, your longitude and latitude, the correct numbers, and then enter that information into the radio. And that's the best way to do it. Absolutely best way. Unless you want to use your GPS, actual GPS antenna itself built into the radio, then leave it on GPS and leave it on. If you enter it manually, now you can go back to option 20 and turn off GPS. And that is actually very helpful, especially in this situation, because for me, I actually have it in manual mode. So I can actually turn off my GPS radio because this is a HT and it's not going to be leaving the house. I have a Yaesu 510 in the car. This is just for, I have a node here. It doesn't matter, whatever. Now we want to go into option 4 and set the baud rate. The modem, APRS modem. All right, there are 2 options here. Off, well, actually 3 options, off, 1200 BPS, and 96. The standard is 1200 baud, which is 150 bytes per second. That's actually a lot of data, believe it or not. APRS doesn't send a lot of information. And 150 bytes of information, that's 150 characters. That is a substantial amount of data that's being sent over the RF signal to be sent to your radio. That's a lot. And you can set the intervals, and we'll get there momentarily. Okay, now we go to option 8. And what's interesting is that if you do not turn this on, your radio will constantly be hearing, or you'll be listening to the audio output of the APRS data. It's just like noises. And at this point, you can actually mute it so you don't hear that. So you're on the B channel, but you don't want to hear the data that's coming over. So you hit APRS mute, and that'll shut that down. And that's pretty much it. So now everything is on. So once you'll be, everything should be rocking and rolling. You should be transmitting data. Let's just make sure. If you want, you could set up your beacon intervals. So we want to go to option 16. Let me show you that. And actually, I'm sorry, option 16 is turning on the beacon. So you can actually set it for manual, and then you set it for auto. And this now is sending out information. If you go to option 15, this is where you would set up the text message on what you want to be sent. Like my text message, I'm actually showing, actually, let me see if I can actually show you. As mine says testing APRS, and which is true. This is why I'm creating this video, for you guys to see how this is done. Now I'm going to show you my list, which is so cool because I found it pretty intriguing. So if you hit the menu button once and you go to the S list, this will show you all of the call signs that came over. Now I have a substantial amount that actually popped up, shockingly. There's so many, there's 32 that came over. I was not aware there was 32, so apparently more came over. So if I would just select a specific, I'm trying to find somebody that I know, which I didn't even know he was running one. So I want to select this. And now this shows the information on when the last time it was sent, 1647. He's 2.6 miles away. So his height is 160 feet. His gain is set for 4 dB. and this is his text that he's sending out. And that's interesting. And this is how they advertise their beacons. So we're just going to select somebody random. He is 60 miles away. He is a fixed position. He's west of me. He's got the longitude and latitude. And here's the text. WX3 in 1 plus. So this is a weather station. This is pretty wild. I mean, and that's pretty much it. But okay, so now we're done setting it up. I'm kind of, now this is where this video is going to go south. Is it cool? I can see myself on the map. I can see all the other APRS devices out there. But what's the purpose? Like, why do I need to do this? Why do I need to send my information everywhere? Why does someone need to know that I actually have it turned on? Like, I don't see the benefit. I don't see the, that's my, my C4FM. So, I don't see the need. What's the purpose of having APRS at all? Like, do I really need to see somebody driving down the road? Do I really need to see a ship going from one port to another? Do I really need to see any of this data? I don't. I don't find it being. I don't find it being worthwhile. Like, why do I need it? Just because I can do it? Well, that's kind of silly. There has to be a purpose. For someone, do you need to have that information? Do you need to have that information? Simple as that. Do you need to know where these people are located? Like, I just can't, I can't grasp the need for such a requirement. Like, I don't see the requirement at all. I don't need to have a radio that's constantly beaconing information and I can receive it. Now, the only thing I can see this being helpful is that if you had a campsite, but you need to be well coordinated in order to do this. Meaning, you would have to have, say, if you have a trailer and you're at a campsite and you set up a beacon at the campsite. You have an antenna on the top of your trailer, and now you're sending out information. And that's the commanding location of where everybody communicates from. And then that means everybody would have either an FT5 or an FT3, some radio that has TNC built into it, so you don't need an external box or use your cell phone, because that's useless. Not useless. The whole point of APRS is to be off the grid, right? I don't want to rely on the internet. There wouldn't be any need for me to operate. It would be silly. Why do I have to rely on the internet? I don't need to do that. I want to just use a radio and for tracking. So now if you have a beacon at your trailer and everybody's got a radio like this and someone gets lost or whatever, either they can communicate over RF or they can look at their APRS data. That could be the only purpose I could see that being helpful. And you get lost, you can locate the beacon, you can see where you have to walk, and you walk towards that direction. And that could be the only life-saving scenario I could see that being useful. But anything else, weather stations, someone driving that I have no idea who the hell it is, pointless. Absolutely and utterly 4,000% useless. You can just go to aprs.fi and look at the data manually. There wouldn't be any need to have a device like this to do that when you can just go to the website and look at the weather from each location. There is nothing, I haven't found a data gathering system yet that grabs all of the APRS data in one location and puts it, instead of being on a map, just list everything. Give me all the data and compile the data based off of what it's receiving and create something useful out of it. It's just random things everywhere. I don't know, it's just my opinion. I think APRS is a waste, but I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of hate comments. But this is perfect. If you like APRS and you use it on a daily basis, please comment below on what you actually use it for. I want to know. Convince me that I need to have APRS. Please, convince me. I want to know why I need it. Why? Why the fuck do I need APRS? Because at this current time and place, I don't see the need. I need you, the subscriber and the viewer, to convince me on why it is required and needed and be something part of my daily life on a regular basis. All right, that's fair enough, right? So guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you like the introduction, obviously, the ending was kind of, it was coming, but I did it anyway because I know APRS is well liked, but I don't like it. So guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Remember, this is Joe Tech. I am Joe Tech from RF Radio Network, where we're connecting people through the power of radio. Take care, and we'll see you next time.
RF Radio Network, loud and free across the airwaves. You can hear me from city streets to the mountain tops and rocking the world. RF Radio.